Well, hello, you lovely people of crypto world. This is Asadah. Some of y'all know me as the founder of the Soulful Chicago Book Fair. You might know me as the author of Beating Black Kids, a lot of little things I'll be doing. But today, I'm here as the Harriet Tubman of cryptocurrency. What? Somebody give me that title. I wouldn't have assumed that, but I'm honored that they gave it to me. So, but yeah, I'm the crypto queen. That's what people, I did give myself that name because my goal is to be the crypto queen. Like when it comes to, creating an empire for my people with Bitcoin, that's what we're looking at. So anyway, I'm here today. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you want to know a little bit about crypto, what is Bitcoin and all of that. So I'm here to make it real clear and real basic and to give you some definitions and stuff. And so I like to start out with this particular video because I just think it's so important for us to just get a sense of what this is in the space. Like what really is this? So we're going to find out some details shortly, but let's tune in and look at the video now.
The digital world is a part of our DNA now. It's how we share our experiences, how we consume our entertainment, how we stay in touch with our loved ones. This is how we used to send letters, to travel, to make phone calls and shoot movies. Mankind invented software and technologies, breaking every distance, border, difficulty, and pulling the world instantly closer together. But what about banking? Think about it. Billions of people in the world have no access to financial tools. Borders and the system create barriers. We trusted banks, but they collapsed time and time again. They take hundreds of billions in fees from us. Bitcoin doesn't care where you're born, what color your skin is, or where you are in the world. It's an open network. It's maintained equally by people all over the world. Anyone can verify the transactions, and it happens instantly. For just a few cents, you can send any amount of money to anywhere in the world. Bitcoin is a global community of inclusion, an invitation to participate in an open world. Join us today, start a Bitcoin wallet, and help us shape the future.
Gotta love that. Gotta love that video. Makes it clear. Global community of inclusion. I think that is so important to point out. That is just what this is about. Taking us to a whole nother place and doing so by ourselves without being pushed to a particular place. But that is what cryptocurrency and Bitcoin is going to do. So this right here, somebody actually posted this. My girl Donna Beasley posted this, and she was like, wow, I just got paid my first $100 worth of Bitcoin. And it says, feeling the love of the MLS BitCoin Club, because we got a club doing this bad boy. We're not doing it by ourselves. And so this is going to explain a little bit about just what Bitcoin is, but then how you can do what you need to do with Bitcoin. So there's some things you're going to know straight up by the time I finish this video. And one, you're going to know the meanings of some words that you should know and you probably heard, but you might not know the definitions of. So you'll learn the meaning of some words that are relative to this space. Also, you're going to learn a simple new system showing 2 key ways to acquire wealth right now, not later, now. Also, you're going to learn how to turn a one-time small amount of money into large sums of money. It's very basic. I've seen it. I've done it. It's not hard at all, but you're going to learn how to do it. And then also, you're going to learn the amount of money that you can actually make on your own terms. Like right now, if you go to a job, you know what your fee is, you know what you get paid, your payroll, and you know how much you're going to get at the end once taxes are taken out, all that. But with this, you have control over how much or how little you want to make. And then I'm going to show you steps on how to start it all for yourself. Now, if you were here in front of me, I would say, well, what are your expectations of this meeting? Because I want to kind of know what you expect. But when we get together, you kind of let me know what that is. But then also, I don't want to assume that I know about crypto. So we'll get a chance to talk, but I also like to find out from people, what do you already know about crypto? Because I don't assume that I know I don't know everything, and we come on different varied levels of knowledge about crypto. But this one is a basics. Everybody's going to get this, and I think can't hear something too often, even if you do know about crypto. Now, let's define cryptocurrency, because you keep hearing that, right? Cryptocurrency is a digital currency or decentralized system of exchange that uses advanced cryptography for security. So people talk about, oh, is it safe? Can you get hacked? No, darling. Cryptocurrency, that's the whole point of the crypto part. It's dealing with something that's more secure than what we even have now. If you want to go hack my bank account, you just go look for my name and if you got my social security number. But with this, you're dealing with something totally different. Now, cryptography, see, this is the science behind it. So what is that? Cryptography is the procedures, processes, methods, etc., of making and using secret writing as codes and ciphers. And so the cryptography is what makes this safe. And you have so many different varying levels of safety when you get to this space. We can find out more about that when we, you talk to me online. We'll find out about that. But cryptography is what makes this secure. Decentralized. This was said in a previous definition. What does that mean exactly? Well, if it's the money's decentralized, it says to distribute the administrative powers or functions of a central authority over a less concentrated area. So when you look at who owns our money now, who runs it now, it's showing me. Is it you? Ain't you? No, it's the government, IRS, whatever. They have this money that they distribute as they please to whoever, and you're just sort of under the mandate of those people. But with cryptocurrency, boo-boo, nobody is controlling it but you. We control it, the people control it, so it's decentralized money. It could be used globally. That's what I love. We can use it in Botswana, we can use it in Paris, we can use it in the United States, so it's decentralized. No, they cannot regulate it like they can regulate the money we use now. Now, I like this is another little short video I want to show you because I want to show you that more than just myself or people that you think you've heard this from. Some people say, oh, Bitcoin is going down. Don't listen to them. Look at who's in this video. And then you're going to see who rocks Bitcoin, okay? And see if you could name some of the people because that makes a big difference. Do what wealthy people do. Don't do what broke people do. Broke people got a lot of stuff to say. What are you talking about? All right, let's watch this video.
Bitcoin and things like it is the equivalent of the red pill, okay? We are entering a completely world of uncharted water.
Have you made any investments in Bitcoin?
So, I mean, I personally own Bitcoin in my hedge fund. I own Bitcoin in my fund. I own Bitcoin in my private account. It is a huge deal. It's a huge, huge, huge deal. Because what you're talking about right now is for the next 3 to 5 years, an unbelievably better store value. It is gold 2.0.
I think this is a currency that's really going to work eventually.
Well, I think it is working, and there will be other currencies like it that may be even better. But in the meantime, there's a big industry around Bitcoin, and people have made fortunes out of Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, there is no Bitcoin company. There is no Bitcoin building. There's not even a Bitcoin server anywhere that you could shut down. It is completely distributed. That's what's unique about Bitcoin. It is, for the first time, a way for the two of us to exchange value online without a third-party intermediary. Until the invention of Bitcoin, for you and me to exchange money online, we had to employ a third party, like PayPal, like Visa, like MasterCard, right? And we live in the 21st century. If we want to have a video call to China, we can do that for free. But to send a couple $100, which is essentially just ones and zeros being moved around, costs 5% plus takes over a day.
Bitcoin is exciting because it shows how cheap it can be. Bitcoin is better than currency in that you don't have to be physically in the same place. And of course, for large transactions, currency can get pretty inconvenient.
You'll see Bitcoin trading at 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000. Rick Falkvinia does an excellent analysis. He predicts that Bitcoin will capture between 1 and 10% of the global Forex market, which implies a price of between $100,000 to $1 million per Bitcoin. Most of the people who are on the sidelines not buying Bitcoin today will start to buy Bitcoin when it gets over 1,000. And then a greater percentage of people will definitely plow into Bitcoin when it starts to get over 10,000.
Still predicting Bitcoin, $10,000 per Bitcoin in 3 years.
Saras, he's the CEO of Zappo, which is a Bitcoin wallet and Bitcoin Vault.
I think it's mostly a very positive thing. I think we're going to see ups and downs like with any other emerging technology. But I think Bitcoin is here to stay, and it makes sense that it be taxed and treated like any other.
So let's make a bold call here. In 10 years, what do you think Bitcoin will be worth? One Bitcoin.
Between $500,000 and $1 million.
A lot of people are just seeing the charts and thinking how high it'll go. But what I'm doing is counting backwards. I mean, this is a transactional currency, and it is a store of value. As such, it is a product and a service competing on a very tangible market. for stores of value and for transactional currencies. So what is the size of that market?
Right. And this is important.
And how big a market share can Bitcoin realistically take within a foreseeable time frame? When you ask that question, then you come up with a market cap of Bitcoin total, and then you divide that by the number of Bitcoin in circulation by your estimated time, and seeing how Chinese are buying Bitcoin like crazy, I actually had to adjust this number upwards, but then you come up with a number of about $2 to $5 million per Bitcoin.
I suggest that everyone go back to buy one Bitcoin. Not too much, only one is enough. If everyone in this world, people, just to go back by one Bitcoin, the Bitcoin value go to the $1 million. And when the Bitcoin have $1 million, all around the world will be crazy, and everyone will be the follow. And the other digital currency just to be, be grandson of the Bitcoin. So for me, I think for a lot of people, they don't exactly understand why it's Bitcoin.
Is Bitcoin the currency of the future, or is it the payment system they're developing?
Bingo! It's the payment system. It's the blockchain encryption, and they're interesting things. I think Bitcoin, or the really blockchain encryption that's behind it, has a greater ability to bring more of the world's population out of poverty than anything we've seen.
If you're new to Bitcoin, take your time to go out there and Google it and learn about it. It truly is one of the most important inventions in the history of humankind, and certainly the most important invention since the internet. Go out there, make a Bitcoin wallet, get involved, start using it, learn about all the positive ways in which this is going to improve the lives of every single person on the planet. Get involved, do it today. It's going to help everybody. Thank you.
People, Bill Gates said it's exciting. He said Bitcoin is exciting. A multimillionaire, he getting excited about it. You understand? He said it is better than currency. These are rich guys talking about humankind. It's going to eliminate poverty. Usually you hear this type of vote, this is type of sentiment from those of us who, may have had lesser money or work in a community. But you got something, they're talking about eliminating poverty. These are people that are very wealthy, who do money. This is a different thing, guys. And he said, this is the biggest thing since the coming of the internet. Did you benefit from it? Like when the internet started, was you in place, or YouTube, or you wasn't? Oh, that's the problem. We need to be at the front of an industry, the front of a technological movement, and that's where we are. I'm a gentleman named Richie Atwaru, who you'll see on TED Talks talking about blockchain and Bitcoin. He said that Bitcoin today looks like the internet did 40 years ago. I would take a longer moment of silence, but we're going to get through this presentation. Anyway, so what is Bitcoin anyway? Bitcoin is a type of digital currency that uses state-of-the-art cryptography and can be issued in any fractional denomination. So that's what Bitcoin is, you guys. At one point, we used cowrie shells, chickens, paper. Now we're going digital. Bitcoin is the grandfather. There are other types of coins. Ethereum, there's a Litecoin, there's some other things, but Bitcoin is the granddaddy. You heard that guy say the granddaddy. And they're talking about what it will be worth. Today it was worth $6,200, but they're talking about 2.5 million. Look, now these projections. I remember when Bitcoin was $10 when it was first introduced to me, and they kept saying, "Oh, it's a bubble, it's a bubble." Look, like it wasn't going to fly. Now I've seen it go up to 19,000. Last November, December, it was up to $19,000. So let's get busy, stay focused, and ride the wave, right? Blockchain, that was mentioned, right? Blockchain, you guys, is just a continuously growing list of records called blocks, which are linked and secured using cryptography. So it's basically a ledger of our transactions. So if I do a transaction with you, that transaction, it's a big code for it, is going to be recorded on the blockchain. So that's what it is essentially. You can learn more details about it. You should research it online and learn some intricacies about blockchain. Now, I've done my own research, and I found that 23 countries will not accept US dollars, because US money is not backed by gold anymore. It's not backed by anything. And so basically, people will try to say stuff like, oh, Bitcoin, it only has value because people believe it has value. No, the money we have right now only has value because we believe it has value. Like it's not even backed by anything, not gold or anything. So the key is be clear about what's going on globally, and the fact that U.S. money is on its way out, baby. Now, I was at a wealth conference recently, and a lady said that one of the ways that we can accrue money is to save money in a savings account. Would you look at this graph, please? It's showing you these comparative rates as to what you'd get a return on your money. And it's showing you that 1.5% is like the high one that you will get. You put some money in, you're going to get 1.5% on your money. What are we talking about? Look at those other institutions, 0.04%. That's ridiculous. I am going to show you how to make 300 to 400% on your money, period, that you put up one time. You don't have to keep investing. So keep your eyes open. Let me show you. Now, Bitcoin's being used in a lot of places, y'all. Look, car dealerships, Subway, grocery stores. Look at this. You know any of these logos? You see any of them? Overstock.com. Hopeful. Okay. You mean you can go to the Colonel for some Bitcoin? Oh, no, for real. But I just wanted you to see this. You can research this online as well. There's a lot of companies out there that are using Bitcoin, and it's just growing every day. So definitely stay tuned for that. I think I even saw an article on Starbucks. You see it in a lot of common places. The key is, where will you be as it grows? Will you be going, oh, I wish I would have got in, or will you be doing something about it now? Now, you can do this all by yourself. And what that means is you can go and say, I'm going to put $100 worth of I'm going to get $100 worth of Bitcoin. And you have it in your digital wallet, and you watch it go up and down with Bitcoin's value going up and down by yourself. But you'll see it go up, like if you got $100, if it go up, you might see $105, and you might see it go down to $95 or something like that. But the way we rock with it, we're not doing it that way, making that little bit of money. We are doing this together. And that is the big difference. Doing this together, when we see increments of money go up, it goes up by hundreds, 50s and hundreds. It's very, very different. So let's break that down. Now, we're in something called the massive leveraging system. Is it a multi-level marketing? And we talk about multi-level. It ain't no multi-level marketing, nothing. It's not. I've been in multi-level marketing companies before, and basically, you know, you got some type of something you buy in every month, or money's going out your pocket every month for something. But with this, there's no money going out your pocket every month. You're doing this one time, and it's a club that a brother created. His name is Gary Perkerson. We call him Wall Street because he's a finance man, and he educates us on what to do. Even if you want to do stocks, he got all kind of financial education in the system. Once you become a member, you get to see the back office, and you get exposure to different levels of information. It's just amazing. I love it because he's accessible. I've talked to him. I even talked to him today. So to be a brother who is just in communication with the people, hands down, invaluable. But the massive leveraging system is the organization that he started so that we can make money and not have to be caught up, you know, chasing a dream. Now, let's define leverage, because people might think they know what that means, but not necessarily. Now, leverage means the use of a small initial investment or borrowed funds to gain a very high return in relation to one's investment. So that's what I'm talking about, that one-time investment, boom, showing you how to create larger sums of money with that. The matrix. Here's a matrix. I want to talk about this because when I say matrix, I'm not talking about Neo and my man, you know, whatever his name is, the brother, the movie, Neo, no. This is simply something that constitutes the place or point from which something else originates. And so I'm going to show you your matrix in a minute. Now, in the MLS BitCoin Club, we follow each other. And so you don't have to go find a bunch of people and all this other stuff, because we follow each other. So you bring 2 people to the table, 3 people to the table. We follow each other. So that's how our money continues to follow us as well. And we'll show that more in a minute. Now, here is what your matrix would be like. Some people look at this and say, oh, it looks like a pyramid. You might not talk like that, but I don't care. But no, a pyramid, first of all, if you're black, you're from the pyramids. Don't get it twisted. You should be proud of that. But anyway, that's enough, sorry. But no, a pyramid is more like a person. You got people on the bottom who never get to the top. So you make the bottom of the pyramid and the CEO at the top. That's really more like your job. Let's be clear about that. That's a pyramid. That's for real. But with this, you're always on top all the time. Now, he just set up a new system to where we're getting paid everywhere. Before, see those 2 green people? They could be your relatives, right? You wouldn't get paid on them, but now you surely do. So as soon as your friend comes in or relative, look what you're doing. You're getting 50% of what they brought in. So like today, I think it was like $160-something. As soon as they come in at that level, you're getting half of that, right? Boom, worth of Bitcoin. As soon as the other person comes in, you're getting half of that. Simple. But look what happens, because if you like me, I know mad people. I ain't tripping on no 2 people. I know it's like 40 some odd people that have followed me to do this in Bitcoin, right? In the MLS BitCoin Club. But if I'm personally bringing them in and they falling down on that second level, I'm getting the full amount as soon as they come to the table. I'm getting the full amount. So if they came in for 160, I'm getting 160 and again and again. And believe me, as Bitcoin's value goes up, you're going to get more than that. You're going to get like 250 and 300, and it's amazing. So, but for now, look at what the company does. You get that Bitcoin, but then it takes that 4th person and watch what happens. Oh, they take that amount and they start you all over again. Now, oh, a matrix originates from its original, right? So that's what happens. You cycle out. That's called a cycle. You cycle out and you start all over again. So if you just got paid Bitcoin this way, you're getting ready to get paid Bitcoin again. And all you did was put one piece of money up, but you're getting ready to get paid some more, some more, some more. Now, let's say you was like, oh, I'm just going to bring 2 people. I don't care about no more people. That's cool. But look what happens even when the other people do that too, because everybody coming in and talking about, I got my 2 people. But look what happens when this person on the bottom, when your green relative, when your green relative, their 2 people start bringing in people, you're going to get 50% of that. What they just did. And then you're going to get another 50% of that. So even if you just brought your 2 people, you're getting paid off of the people that they bring in as well. Look at all that Bitcoin on that. Look at all that Bitcoin up there. And so when you finish, you're going to cycle out and the same thing is going to happen. And so this is the first way in the system that you make money is by cycling, right? There is another way, but let me read the definition of cycle first. To cycle, to change states that upon completion produces a final state identical to the original one. So you see that, right? See how you got to another state identical to the one that you just had? Okay, cool. Upgrading, this is the jam. This is how you make big money, is when you upgrade. To upgrade means to promote to a higher grade or rank, right? So listen to this and watch this. I'm going to show you how to upgrade, how we do it. So there's like 10 levels you can grow from here in MLS BitCoin Club. The first one is this place where we don't say, oh, you need $6,200 or whatever Bitcoin is worth to start. You just need 0.0167% of a Bitcoin. That's called a Satoshi, the fractions, right? So you need a 0.016 of Bitcoin to start. Good. But once you cycle out, you're going to get 0.4048. That's 3 times the amount that you paid. This is where that 3 times or 300% increase comes from. So you just put up money and then you're getting ready to get paid 3 times that to cycle out. That's not a small thing. There's something that some of us do though to diversify, and check this out. We then, once we see that money come to the table 3 times, you have enough money to do what's called diversifying to a company called CRYPTOGENICS. I'm not going to go into that because I have a brother who's going to do a presentation after me on Mondays and Thursdays. He explains that, but just know that that's an option for you to do to diversify. But what you do is once you make money there, guess what you could do? Boom, come right back to MLS and take a little bit of money that you made and go ahead and put it into this level to go to level 1. It might cost you 0.04 Satoshi to do this, but guess what? You about to get 3 times that. It's about to happen again. You take a little bit and you upgrade to the next level. Little bit, upgrade to the next level. And what you end up seeing, you guys, look at this. When you get to level 5, you should have like 3 Bitcoin. Then you hear the man in the video say you only need 1 Bitcoin. But you're acquiring Bitcoin because you're constantly cycling. And look at this. Look at all these levels. The bottom numbers might reflect the amount of Bitcoin that you pay to join a level, but the top numbers reflect what you're going to get. And each one is 3 times the amount of what you paid. But I'm going to show you what that means in numbers that we understand, because we may not understand the decimals right now. But look at this. I don't want you to get intimidated by all this math. I did this math for you. I got a little math background. But just pay attention to the red numbers. But let me show you something. Let's go to the very left column where it says starter. So you might pay, this is based on if Bitcoin is $10,000 a coin right now. So I just want to make the numbers easy peasy. If you start, right, Bitcoin's worth 10,000 and you're paying 160 with that 0.016 to get in, let's say you just going to bring your 2 people and that's it. You have the potential to make $400. You just put in 160, but you have the potential to make 400. That's just if you're going to bring your 2 people in. Because remember all those Bitcoin and you get 50% and all that. But what if you like me and you're like, I know mad people, and you're just filling up those spots, people coming, you filling up, and like you filling up all 6 of the places before anybody can even do anything. Look at this. You have the potential to make like $640 and you just only put in $160. Moment of silence. Where can you do that? Let's look at that. You take a little bit of that money, and if you upgrade, look at that. You might have to put up $400, but you're getting ready. Even if you just brought 2 people, you're getting ready to make $800. Or if you want to fill up all them spaces, look, $1,600. And this goes on and on to the break of dawn. Now, look, up to level 9, look at those astronomical numbers that you can make doing this. I don't know anywhere where we can make this type of money. And you can make this type of money not in a year. I'm looking at people's annual salaries from the low end to the high end. And this stuff can be done in a week, in a month. I mean, you really, it's on you to what you're going to do. So anyway, but you can always contact me if you want to get this slide or learn more about this. And you can always rewind this video and slow it up. Now, I want to just talk about a little bit about how money's actually growing for you in the MLS BitCoin Club. It's quite a few ways. Usually you work hard, you get your paycheck. You work hard, you get your paycheck. But let's look at all of the ways that you can get money here. Number 1, you can now get rewarded Bitcoin on more than just the 2nd level. Remember I told you the green people in that example? You didn't used to get paid. Now you can make money there too. So you can make money all over that board. That's what's wonderful. You can also keep cycling in every level continuously. So those columns going up, you keep cycling out of those. The cycling is going on all while you're moving for life. Now, 3rd, you're making a 300 to 400% increase every time you cycle out. That is not small, because I don't know anywhere where you could say that you're making that type of money. Next, when the value of Bitcoin increases, so does the value in your wallet. So if you see it go from 6,000 to 10,000, the money in your wallet's going to increase as well. Now, some people have seen Bitcoin go down, but check this out. Even if Bitcoin's value decreases, we're leveraging. So we don't care. If that price goes down, you know what we do? That means more money. Yo, come in, hurry up. Like right now, hurry up. It's only $160-something to do this. So even if the Bitcoin's price goes down, more people can join for less money. And then when it starts going up, they in the mix. Now, once having gone through all the levels that I showed you in that bar graph, you never have to upgrade again. So remember how I said you take a little bit of money and you upgrade, and you take a little bit of money, upgrade. You only have to do that one time. And so once you're in a level, you're there. You don't have to worry about that money. So that means as you're cycling, all that money is coming to you, and you don't have to worry about taking some out and reinvesting it. Keep in mind, you only put up like $160 in this example, right? And you're making all of this. Now, next, by level 5, you will have acquired a minimum of 3 Bitcoin when you cycle out. We talked about that. But then when you finish all those levels, you're talking about a total of like 72 to 100 Bitcoin. That's ridiculous in terms of the amounts of money, but it's what we need to do to get this system rolling and create old money for generations that are coming behind us. Now, I want to just describe quickly exchange, because you have like a currency exchange, or some people use Coinbase. It's a place where you can buy Bitcoin and other currencies, but it says an exchange is a place for buying and selling commodities, securities, cryptocurrencies, etc. Right? So I use Cash App. I like to use Cash App because it's easy and it doesn't take a long time at all. And most people have Cash App. Next, a digital wallet. Bitcoin's not physical coins, y'all. It's digital. So you need a digital wallet to hold that money or to spend it. And so a digital wallet is an electronic device, website, or database that stores a consumer's payment data. All right. And so that could be on your phone, on your iPad, or whatever. But you need a digital wallet to store this money, because it's not something physical you put in your pocket. Now, that whole piece about you need to, invite 2 people or whatever, bring 2 people, whatever you want to call it. I say expand the family, baby. Expand the financial family. That's how we do. I mean, new people every day. But there are certain type of people you probably should be looking at when you think of, who would work this with me? Who would do this with me? 1, look for people who like having fun, because all that scary berry, inhibition, scared, I ain't with all that. Do it with people who like to make moves and play games, like to have fun, like me, as you could tell. Ooh. Now, also look for people who trust you, because if they trust you, they know that you're not going to hurt them, and they'll do this with you because they know that if you're doing it, you're going to take care of them and they'll be looked after too. You also want to look for people who want more finance, but they want less effort. Right now, usually you have to have like 7 jobs, 5 jobs, 2 jobs, whatever, to get more money, but that's not the way to do it. And the 21st century. You want people who want to make more money, but they want to use less effort to get it. Also, if you got a teenager like me, you know they're going to be going to college, or you got a mortgage, this is a great way to accrue money without having to worry about where am I going to get thousands of dollars if I don't start doing something illegal, right? Now, this is a good way to make thousands of dollars to do that. If you go to the website, you'll see the testimony of a sister who made $5,000 in 5 days. So let's get it. Now, also you can look at people who want to retire because these retirement plans, they can't depend on them now, and 401ks going out the window, whatever it is, this is a great place to accrue money for even that time of your life. And then if you're watching this video, that means you wanted to know about Bitcoin. You may not even know me personally, but people want to know because they're hearing about it and they don't know what it is. So that's who you want. Your 2 people, believe me, I got like 40 people that came through me to this, and it's because they just wanted to know about Bitcoin and they knew that I was involved in it on some level. Also, you want people who want to be in charge of their money and they don't want to have to worry about agency or government or something controlling their money, taking the money, saying how much they can make, whatever. No, you want people who want to be in charge of their own money and responsible for their own money, because your responsibility for your money is on a whole nother level up in here. Now, if you're like me, I really want to see my community change. And if you want to help eliminate global poverty, I'm talking about through the African diaspora, that's Sahara. But this is where we can do it, because you could be a farmer in Rwanda and whoever here in the States, and we can all have and make Bitcoin as long as we got a phone. Now, you're here because you can do this. It's very simple. I can help you, walk you through it, and there's some simple steps. So, 1, we say get a Gmail account for your crypto, because I got a lot of emails and you don't want your money getting lost in the shuffle. And so get a Gmail account just for your crypto. Also, next, you want to download your digital wallet. I recommend BitPay because a BitPay wallet allows you to also order a BitPay Visa card. And that is where if you want to transfer Bitcoin to a way to get fiat money that we use now, that is the BitPay wallet has that. I don't know about other wallets and what they have, but it's easy conversion from one to the other. Next, you want to get your free membership with the MLS BitCoin Club. You do that. And you want to add your Bitcoin to your wallet now. We use Cash App. Like I said, if you have Cash App and you want to use it for Bitcoin, highly recommend it, because you could go to a Bitcoin ATM and all that, but sometimes the percentages are a little higher, higher. If you go to Cash App, you need to go to Bitcoin, click that. Then it's going to say enable withdrawals. Click that. And then it's going to ask you to take a picture of your ID front and back and do a selfie. And that's going to start the verification process. It usually takes like a day. So you do that. And then once you do that and you purchase your Bitcoin, we have the increments there as well. You get 0.0167% of a Bitcoin, or the fraction of a Bitcoin, right, Satoshi? Or some people want to start at another level that's up that 0.0455. And there's a $49 enrollment fee. So whatever that 0.0167 is plus $49, that's what you'll be paying to start in total. And like today, like I said, it was like $166 for everything. You do that, boom, you get your MLS space, good to go. And you bring along your 2 or 3 people, whatever you want, and you start watching your money grow. You saw from the example, as soon as somebody comes to the table, you're getting paid. So if you were in front of me or if we were talking together, I would say, how many of you have questions, or who's ready to get started? Not sure what level you're on, but just know that if you're watching this video, you can contact me or whoever gave you this video. Get with them. They can help you. They can probably get you to me. And like I said, Harriet Tubman of crypto. I'm taking you through the overground railroad of crypto, baby. And I'm just having a good time and changing the face of how we function in the world. When I say we, I'm really talking about Black folks who have been disenfranchised when it comes to finances. But it's that time that we let down our guard. You don't have to worry about somebody manipulating you if you're rocking with the MLS BitCoin Club. But do know, if I'm connected to it with you, we good to go, and we'll get this thing started. So if you want to know more, you ready to get started, holla at your girl. Peace, much love, and I look forward to helping you move yourself forward. Have a good one. Bye.